What if I told you that some of the biggest monsters on this planet are not animals, not machines, but fruits and vegetables? Imagine a pumpkin the size of a car, a cucumber longer than your arm, or a watermelon heavier than a person. These giants are real. They have been weighed, measured, and recorded, breaking world records and shocking everyone who saw them. Today, we are exploring the 20 largest fruits and vegetables ever recorded. Stay with me until the end, because the final one is so enormous it looks more like science fiction than farming. Let's begin with the pumpkin. Pumpkins are famous for being grown to gigantic sizes, especially for competitions. But in 2021, an Italian farmer stunned the world with a pumpkin that weighed over 2,700 pounds. That's heavier than a small car. People gathered around it, taking pictures, unable to believe their eyes. Imagine carving that into a jack-o'-lantern. It would take a team of people just to move it. Next is the watermelon. Most of us buy one that weighs maybe 10 or 15 pounds. But the heaviest watermelon ever grown tipped the scales at 350 pounds. Picture holding a fruit so big you would need 2 or 3 people just to carry it. Watermelon is already a symbol of summer fun, but this one was a festival all by itself. From watermelon, let's look at cabbage. Normally, a cabbage fits easily in your hands. But in Alaska, where summer days provide endless sunlight, vegetables grow beyond belief. The largest cabbage ever recorded weighed over 125 pounds. Its leaves spread wide like green wings. Farmers at the Alaska State Fair proudly display these giants every year, proving how powerful sunlight and rich soil can be. Now think about carrots. Crunchy, sweet, usually less than a foot long. But the world's largest carrot stretched more than 20 feet when its twisted roots were measured. Grown in the United Kingdom, it looked more like a coiled rope than a vegetable. It broke the record not just for size, but for shocking everyone who saw it pulled from the ground. Another incredible giant is the onion. Onions are staples of kitchens worldwide. But one record-breaking onion weighed almost 19 pounds. Imagine slicing that for a burger. One single onion could serve an entire barbecue. Its grower became famous overnight, proving that even ordinary vegetables can surprise us when given the right conditions. Potatoes tell a similar story. In 2011, a farmer in the United Kingdom dug up a potato weighing nearly 11 pounds. That's the size of a newborn baby. The potato became a local celebrity, with people lining up to take photos. Cooked, it could provide enough mashed potatoes to feed an entire family reunion. Let's travel to bananas. Normally, they come in bunches of small fruits, but the largest bunch of bananas ever recorded weighed over 280 pounds, with hundreds of bananas growing together on a single stalk. Imagine trying to carry that from a market stall. It would take more than one person, and it looked like a golden waterfall of fruit. Now let's return to melons, but this time, the cantaloupe. A record-setting cantaloupe weighed 67 pounds. Round, striped, and fragrant, it was almost impossible to lift alone. For comparison, that's about the size of a medium dog. One slice would be a full meal, from melons to cucumbers. Normally long and slim, cucumbers rarely shock anyone. But the longest cucumber ever measured stretched more than 42 inches, longer than a baseball bat. Imagine putting that on a salad. It looked like a green sword laid across the farmer's table. Another extraordinary vegetable is celery. Usually bought in neat bunches, celery isn't considered dramatic. Yet one bunch grew to over 9 feet tall. Farmers displayed it like a green tower, leaves bursting at the top, stalks thick and heavy. People joked it could be used as a weapon or even as a walking stick. Then there's broccoli. A head of broccoli weighing over 35 pounds set the record. Carried like a giant bouquet, it resembled a small tree more than a vegetable. It proved that even the foods children often try to avoid can become spectacular when given the chance to grow. Cauliflower deserves its place, too. The largest cauliflower weighed over 60 pounds, its white head spreading across a table. Farmers had to transport it in trucks. It was so big that cutting it into florets seemed impossible. Each piece was the size of a regular cauliflower on its own. Let's talk about tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of the most common fruits in the world. Yet one record tomato weighed almost 10 pounds. Round, red, and bursting with juice, it looked like it came straight from a superhero's garden. Imagine turning that into a single slice for a sandwich. It would cover the entire bread. Zucchini also surprises people. The longest zucchini ever measured reached over 8 feet in length. Farmers carried it like a giant log, green and ridged from top to bottom. It could never fit into an oven or a pot, but it proved that even simple vegetables can achieve unbelievable size. Another root vegetable, the beet, once grew to over 50 pounds. Its red body looked like a giant heart pulled from the soil. Farmers who saw it described it as both beautiful and terrifying. Imagine the amount of borscht or juice that could be made from a single beet like that. Sweet potatoes also join the record books. In Spain, one sweet potato reached over 80 pounds. Its twisted shape made it look almost alien, like something unearthed from another planet. People came from far away just to see it displayed. Moving back to fruit, let's talk about mangoes. The largest mango ever recorded weighed nearly 10 pounds. Smooth, colorful, and fragrant, it looked like a small watermelon. Locals celebrated it as a gift of the land, and pictures of it spread across the world, surprising everyone who thought mangoes were small. Another fruit that shocked the world was the pineapple. Normally weighing only a few pounds, one record pineapple reached almost 19 pounds. Tall, spiky, and golden, it was displayed like a crown jewel in markets. Imagine the amount of juice you could press from it. Finally, let's end with gourds. The largest gourd ever measured stretched more than 12 feet long. Farmers laid it across 2 tables to show its full length. People stared, laughing in disbelief. It looked like a green dragon resting quietly. So, what do these giants tell us? That with the right soil, water, sunlight, and sometimes a bit of luck, ordinary plants can grow into legends. They remind us of the power of nature and the patience of farmers who dedicate years to creating something extraordinary. Which of these amazed you the most? Was it the pumpkin, heavier than a car? The watermelon, heavier than a person? Or the carrot, longer than your body? Tell me in the comments, because I want to know which one shocked you most. If you enjoyed this journey through the 20 largest fruits and vegetables ever recorded, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the natural world. Because in the end, even the simplest foods we eat every day can hide the potential to grow into something extraordinary. And when they do, they remind us that nature always has one more surprise waiting.